So about 2 days ago, I made a video talking about a Muslim getting removed from a Trump rally, and it got quite a few views and quite a few comments and quite a few thumbs downs. But such is the game of YouTube, a site where all opinions will be heard, and just because they will be heard doesn't mean I will give all of them my attention. Now, there were a number of arguments raised against my view, which was that the removal was ridiculous, and trying to remove people or hint at being prejudiced towards a person based on their religion is ridiculous. And people drew issue with that. And I was genuinely surprised, because I just thought that that's common sense. Why go after someone because of their religion? Okay, some Muslims like to do things that may not necessarily be good, but there are just as many, I view, that don't do those types of things. That just goes along with common sense, I would feel, but whatever. So, there were a lot of comments, as I mentioned earlier. I'm not going to get off topic. And the only one out of all of the... I thank the people who came to my support and kind of rallied around the idea that this was ridiculous and expressed the same level of satisfaction that she wasn't injured, as has been the case at least once with a Black Lives Matter member. And completely, in viewing all these comments, I just decided I'm going to only respond to one of the negative comments, because all of the other ones either came with this agenda to try and dissuade me from my views, while at the same time insulting me. And I just don't feel that they're worth my time. I don't pay much attention to people who make it a habit or make any attempt to personally insult me. You could easily have gone and said, "Oh, I don't agree with it." That's fine. I encourage that. You know, it's in people to have different opinions. But why is it when I express my opinion there's an issue? I couldn't conceive of any validity to that claim. So I'm going to read the number of questions raised by MsFatasscat, if I'm getting that right. I actually didn't read the username that well before now, so that's even more amusing. It's cool when Hillary kicks out Black Lives Matter protesters, though. No, it's not. It's not cool when anyone gets kicked out when they are not making a disturbance. And from what I could tell, this Muslim lady was not making a disturbance. In fact, I would venture to say that the only reason there was any issue drawn to her presence was because she confirmed that she practiced the Islamic faith. And there was an issue with that in the views of several individuals present at that rally with her who had an issue with that religion. Again, I'm just going off of how I can best assess the situation. But answering the question again, you can't play this game of discrimination. You know, you're trying to make the comparison that Clinton kicking out a Black Lives Matter member is based on an agenda, just as this woman attending was based on an agenda. There are no agendas in them coming over there. You know, if I go up to a Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz campaign rally, I'm almost 99% sure no one up there is going to ask me what my religion is. Going to say, "What are you doing here? You're African American. Get out of here. You trash." No one's going to do that. And they might feel one way about me based on race or religion, which I like to believe The vast majority of Republicans don't. I like to believe the vast majority of Democrats don't. And they still won't say anything because they want me to vote for their candidate. And if someone does say something to me or start some little minor rally, that candidate should, if it becomes as big as this woman's presence did, get involved in a way that is directed toward including me and including them. I think most candidates should be for inclusion, and I don't see anything wrong with Clinton kicking out Black Lives Matter members when they're protesting, especially when I know that isn't based off the fact that they're black. You have a whole bunch of blacks going to rallies for her, rallies for Sanders, and they don't ever get kicked out because they're not protesting. They're sitting there just as this woman was doing. So that's enough of that. Reading this again. You're amazed that people are that ridiculous, but you aren't amazed at how ridiculous you are for believing shit you hear on CNN. Wow, they're just cursing over and over again. CNN is a very reliable source, as is CBS. No, I take that back. They're not reliable at all. CBS and CNN are completely false. I need to go to foxnews.com, turn my television on to Fox News, where I can catch all of the fair and balanced information as it comes out during the day. That's where I need to go. No, you don't. CNN is so balanced that they are scared to confront any of these people over anything they do. All they do is report the story. Especially on their website. No, I don't believe they're discredited in any way based off this one story or any other story. I'll go to them forever. Sorry, that was my throw. Alright. You find a thumbs down disquieting when it is a response to someone disrupting a rally? Well, again, I saw the footage and I don't see any problem with what she did. She was sitting there and attention was brought to, I guess, her attire. And all of a sudden, there's issue. And I don't understand what the problem is with someone of a particular religion being at a rally. I don't get it. So that's the answer to that third question. But you don't find it disquieting that the same woman who said the people there were lovely and shared her popcorn with her then said you have a bomb? Okay, I have to read that again. I'm confused. But you don't find it disquieting that this same woman who said the people there were lovely and shared her popcorn with her then said you have a bomb? Okay, well, see, now that's conflicting because I was reading that assuming this user supports Trump and his campaign and the people involved in it and everybody and everyone. And from that last line, I'm thinking, okay, maybe not. I don't know. That's disquieting as well. They can't make up their mind about whether or not they want to embrace the woman or get angry with her, upset with her. So that's also problematic. I just admitted it's bad as well. I don't see what all these questions. Do you find it disquieting that no one buys into the bullshit you try to sell anymore, and that you will now have to engage with people in the marketplace of ideas instead of bullying them into silence with accusations of hate? Now see, this is another comment that I feel isn't directed at me, but more towards what I'm presuming are liberals in general, as she's assessed me to be. And I don't really understand what problem there was with what I said, nor with how I presented it. And I'm not working on some agenda to, and I quote, bully them into silence with accusations of hate. Who am I trying to bully? I'm reading this comment over and over again. I don't get it. It doesn't add up. I don't see much issue with what I said or what I did or anything relating to that video. So again, this just feels so made up. because I don't have any problems with any person involved in the Trump campaign, involved in the Republican primary. Not to where I'm trying to assassinate their character or make their events look bad. I was just reporting what happened. I was giving my opinion on it. And I'm not coming at this with some liberal agenda to make everyone hate the Republican front runner. No, I don't have anything to do. I have nothing to do with any Democrat campaign or any other Republican campaign. I'm not officially involved with any of them. I don't see the problem with me giving an opinion. I really don't understand it and why this was such an issue. You should, because it means you will actually have to have good ideas. Now, what good ideas is she talking about? I don't get that. So this, in answering these questions, I'm left with questions of my own. You can't ask all these questions and then, I try to break them down and I'm still left trying to puzzle and conclude what you meant by this. It's like a game of maze, and I don't feel like working my way out of it, because I'm not going to waste my time. If you don't want to present it clearly, then don't present it at all. But this was my attempt to answer the questions, and if I haven't, then I tried, and that's all I've tried to do with most of my account. And present news in ways that I think can best convey my ideas, and at the same time convey those ideas so my positions aren't misinterpreted or misconstrued as this user has made the choice to do so. Have a good day.